Good morning, everyone. Good morning to my friends worldwide. I'll take you a tour this morning of my rooftop food basket. My rooftop is already full of plants, and I am falling short of containers for my plants. These are my tilapia. If you notice, they're already big. They're a large one, and yet they are plenty of fingerlings. This pond is my source of organic water that I use to water my plants. It has to have an aerator as as a as an essential for their breathing source of oxygen. So those are my tilapia fishes. Okay, we'll start the tour of my roof deck food basket. These are newly planted pichay plants and kangkong plants. The parent stems have been cut and harvested. These ones are pepper plants. Yeah, I use any container available. Even this 2-barrel juicer has been very useful as a planting container. Yes, that's my centerpiece of tomatoes. If you notice, I still have plenty of pichay seedlings here. I haven't consumed transplanting them to separate containers. Look how lush my tomato plants are. It has started flowering. There are even some fruits in there. Look at those flowers and fruits. Look at that. They are hiding under the thick leaves. I have basil. I just allowed my basil to grow flowers so that I can have a new generation of basil plants. These are basil plants. This one is a medicinal plant, but in other areas this one is also used as a condiment for cooking meat. We call this locally as clavo. This one is mulberry. Look at that. It has started to bear fruits. Or is it that one? Those are its fruits, and they taste just like strawberry. This one is sweet potato or kamote. That is a favorite ingredient for tinola. The leaves, I mean. Look how lush my kamote is. I also have peppermint here. Look at that. That's mint. And we call this locally as herba buena. That one. This one is libas. We call this locally as libas. We use the leaves as an ingredient also in cooking pinola, especially anchovies or dilis. Another pot of mint. Look at that. That's mint. And the mulberry I was telling you a while ago. I still have eggplant seedlings. I haven't consumed them yet because I fell short of containers. And my growing peachy plants, look at that. These are peachy plants. This portion here can be harvested anytime next week. Okay, another group of peachy plants. This one here are the thickest part, is the thickest part, planted in a container that was once used as a poultry meat crate. Peachy plants. Another group of tomatoes, and they have been bearing fruits. These ones here are chili plants, or locally called harang. I planted several harangs because last month the price of harang or chili reached 200 pesos to a kilo. Oh my god, so very dear. These are my gabi plants. My gabi plants have started to wither its leaves. Look at that. I presume this has grown up and matured tubers. Look at that. Or roots. These were planted in August 2019, last year. So I think they already have enlarged roots, matured to be harvested. Look at these peachy plants. Aren't they healthy? Okay, we'll proceed to the eggplant section. My eggplants have started growing flowers. Look at that flower. This one is the red elongated variety, while this one, and this is alone in this section. This one is the native old variety, the round and white variety. Look at this plant here. Oh, it's flowering, and soon that will grow into a healthy fruit. And this one also in the same plant. So these are my eggplants. Around 28 vases of them, 28 containers. Some have even started to bear fruits, like this one here. Look at that. It will soon grow into a healthy fruit. This one here is larger. That one. This plant is still flowering. There are flower buds here. This one will soon become a fruit, and this one also. This one, flower buds. This one will soon become a fruit. This one is the mother plant. This one. Tomato shares its container. This is the mother plant. Look at the growing fruit beneath the leaves. It's hiding, actually. You don't see. I also have tried to plant cassava in containers, and I have proven last year that even in containers, cassava grow roots, tubers. This one are okra plants. That one is the okra division. I've been harvesting its fruits and have cooked some of them. Look at that. Grown up okra fruit. This is rich in vitamin A and it's sticky. Sticky juice is a good drink for those who, with ulcers and even those who are diabetic. Okra fruits, grown up okra fruit. I'll harvest them later for breakfast. Oh, look at my okra plants. They are all bearing fruits, even this short one. The okra. Okay, look at that. It's nice to see okra fruits growing. Look at the fruits. Okay, I also have chickens. There are 7 of them. Winged toddler chickens. They are my friends. They ask for food whenever they see me. And this is my chili platoon. Around 20 plus of chili plants. They are healthy. Their elder neighbors have been bearing fruits, but still unripe ones. I haven't used them yet. Look at those fruits, chili fruits. This one is of the white variety, while this one is of the green variety. Look at that. They have started to bear fruits. I have a younger set of chili plants just behind those bigger ones. These ones are siling labuyo. Actually, I scattered them in my roof deck so that pest infestation will not be concentrated in one area. Another container of cassava. They will soon be due. This will be due this September this year, when they reach 7 months. Another container of chili plants. Actually, the container that I used is a broken aquarium. This was broken during Typhoon Yolanda, so I just, in order not to waste the aquarium, I used it as a planting container. Another row of tomatoes. It has started bearing fruits. Look at the fruits. And this one here. Okay. These ones have started to bear flowers. Oh, these are my turmeric. Look how healthy the leaves are. This one here are 2 tomato plants planted in a cut container that I used in the construction of this building. Okay, we'll take a U-turn. These are cranberry plants. cranberry plants. The three that remained of my cranberry plants, and it is housing a bird's nest. I just allowed the birds to build their nest here. Anyway, these birds, the dark brown Maya, are not dark brown Mayas. Yes, they are not the destructive ones, unlike the church Maya. Actually, this nest has two chambers. This one here is facing the garden, and the other one is facing outwards, so I don't see anymore the Maya nesting on it. This is immatured string beans. I just allowed it to grow. And look at my tomato plants. Look at them. Oh, the fruits, very attractive. The fruits of my tomatoes, large tomato fruits. Look at that. Layers of tomato fruits. I am very grateful that my tomatoes are so generous in bearing fruits. Look at that. Large tomatoes, larger than an XL egg. Tomatoes. Look at that. This is aloe vera. Actually, my wife and I use this as a hair conditioner. We apply this before we take a bath. These tomatoes, still tomatoes. Actually, we are in the tomato lane. Oh my gosh, look at that crowd of tomatoes. And this one here, still tomatoes. And this one also, oh my god, plenty of tomatoes. Lemongrass as their neighbor, and upland kangkong. And here we are in the cucumber section. Look at my cucumber plants from a distance. Yes, it has started to climb up the invisible. Actually, I used nylon in making this trellis for my vine plants. So what do we have here? A grown up cucumber and another cucumber as its neighbor. Look at that. Actually, these cucumbers have plenty of fruits. Look at that. Two fruits. Another one here. Look at that. So plenty of cucumber fruits. Another row of tomatoes. My roof deck food basket has tomatoes as hedge plants, ripening tomatoes. They started to ripen. And the youngest member of my vine family, the ampalaya or bitter gourd. This is planted in a broken styrofoam container, around 8 gallons styrofoam container. So I just recycled it as a plant container because it doesn't serve its purpose anymore. It is broken. Okay, my chickens. If you notice, the chicken run is partially covered with burnt rice hull. The burnt rice hull is mixed with chicken droppings, and after a while I harvest the burnt rice hull mixed with chicken droppings in order to enrich my soil. So my soil, actually my garden soil, is a mixture of burnt rice hull plus compost soil and vermi soil if available, and dried up chicken droppings. This one here is, what do you call this? Star beans, or locally called as cigarillas or sigidillas. So this is sigidillas. Some pichay plants are sharing the space in a large bin, plastic bin. I bought some time from a bakery store in Babatnan. Okay, this cigarillas has started to climb and so it's the trellis made of nylon. I also have tomatoes beside in a separate container with large fruits. Look at that, large fruit. This fruit is bigger than an extra large egg. Yes, it is bigger, much bigger. Okay, I have my kangkong section here, upland or Chinese kangkong. I already harvested the parent stems, and these ones are the branches, and they have started to thicken, to grow. Look at that. So these are upland kangkong plants. Still, the tomatoes. These ones are large tomatoes. You can count as many as over 1,000 tomatoes here. Yes, over 1,000 tomatoes. Look at that. Ripening tomatoes. Ripening tomatoes. Look at that. Okay, the plant has linked to the other plants because they can no longer bear the weight of the fruits. What do you see here? It is a washing machine. No longer functioning washing machine. And I've planted inside it bitter gourd or ampalaya or mariguso beside a Dragon fruit plant. The dragon fruit plant shares a space with this eggplant and petchay plants. The petchay plants that have grown healthy. Look at those. These ones I just planted them this morning. So if you see, they're still smaller ones compared to these ones here. So they are now bigger. Those are petchay plants. In larger containers are eggplants. These containers share some space for the smaller petchay. So anything, any basin or whatever that can contain soil, I use for my plants. You don't need to buy plastic vases or plastic containers because they are expensive. Look at that. This one is of this is a recycled Dato Puti container. This one is, that's a ketchup container, and also this one. I've not planted yet on them. This is an ornamental plant in my wife's salon. We just brought them home for this home quarantine period, so that this can be taken care of, watering, cultivating. These are pepper plants. Pepper plants, smaller ones with petchay sharing space with them. Kangkong plants. The petchay plants, newly planted ones. So my roof deck food basket is actually on the 3rd floor of my residential building. It is 9.5 by 12.5 meters big, so around 118 square meters. These are pepper plants. My whole lot area has been constructed with a building as big as my lot. So these are pepper plants. They have started to bear flowers. Look at that. This one is healthy. It has started to bear flowers. Oh, the petchay plants are gorgeous. It is flowering. This one has fruits. Green onions. Peppers. Chili peppers. With plenty of fruits. So how do I find time for gardening? I climb up here at the third floor 5 a.m. every day. I spend around an hour until 6 a.m. and then another 3 hours in the afternoon, so around roughly 4 hours every day after office hours. Now that we are on a home work at home mode, I have plenty of time for my garden and for my chickens and for my tilapia. Our work is internet based. I still have containers to plant on, like this one. Actually, gardening, if you love doing it, is not, I don't consider this as work. This is only a hobby, yet a very useful hobby, not only economically but also psychologically. It's a very good stress reliever. After a stressful day's work, you have time to unwind up here. I have enough time to unwind up here. We stay up here even up to midnight with my wife, and we are not bothered by anything because this place is very private, and yet we can have any economic activity up here, gardening and all. So this is my roof deck food basket. Actually, I call it a roof deck food basket because I can produce food here, up here. Oh, my chickens, they are asking for food. Those are my chickens. This one is for quail birds egg production. Not yet finished. My carpenter has not returned because of the home quarantine policy. So this is the view that you will get from my roof deck food basket. And if you notice, I am surrounded by taller buildings around me. Look at those buildings. These are residential buildings. By the way, this libas plant is the only souvenir that I've got from my assignment as MLG of Babatngon Leyte from 2015 to 2019, April 2019. Oh, what a view of my pechay plants. I love doing this. I am publishing this because this is also my advocacy. I would want my friends to also spend some time for gardening. Again, not for merely for economic reasons, but also as a psychological relief activity. My chickens. Soon these chicks will be, 5 of them will be weaned, and the mother will again be hatching. I will be again laying eggs. These are the youngest member of my fowl family. And they're chickens. This is a chicken with the broken leg that was given me by the agri vet store cashier. It has healed its feet. As is now grown up soon, this will also be laying eggs. My chickens, the bigger ones, around 3 months old chickens. Look at them. They are grown up. Incubated. Thank you, folks. I hope you enjoyed our garden tour. Until next time, good morning.